Alrighty then, today we're going to talk about chart layouts. Let's talk about how to lay out your charts. One of the most difficult things I think about trying to set up your workspace is actually getting all of your charts just right. If you're OCD, perfectionist, whatnot, all that kind of stuff, I'm going to lay out one of the fastest ways, in my opinion, to do some of that. Let's get into it here today, and let's get it right now. All right, my name is Vinny Mini. Today I'm going to show you guys how to lay out some AlgoBox. If you do not have Max 2 installed, this is on a separate video. I'm not going to go into that, but if you already have Max 2 installed, you are in luck. Don't even get me started on the naming, but that is the name of the product. Go and download that one, get it set up, installed, and then I'm going to show you guys how to lay it out. So I'm going to open up Max 2 real quick here. Let's see, go down to my tray icon. I'm going to right click and select change regions. So my screen is going to go all kinds of wonky, and I'm going to show you again, my screens are a little bit different than yours. I've got 6 screen setups here, but you're going to get the idea here. Now, here is my default layout for my 1080p. On the left-hand side, I've got my section here for my Mac V, right? And then I've got my Ripple and my second Ripple. This is going to be Ripple B. This is Ripple A. This should already be, aware. You should already be aware of this if you've been going through our program. So how do we set up these lines and diagonals and how to divide up our screen? And I'll show you how easy this is to get all of your charts arranged. This is what you want to set up first. So mine's already arranged right here. You can set up presets once you have it saved just the way you want it. Real easy. I'm going to start one from scratch here real quick. Let's go ahead and I'm going to press this erase button and erase that and erase that. So this is how a screen would start out. There's your standard 1080p. And I'm going to divide up a 1080p, then I'm going to do a 4K, and at the very end, I'm actually going to show you guys a template you guys can go download inside our Discord channel chat to set up your 4K, because again, that's a little bit of a challenge, but here we go. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to split the screen, and now normally this is going to start out over in the center, but I like to move mine all the way over here to the quarter screen. Some of you guys might want it here at this level. This one's pretty good too. I like, I'm not sure what this is called, but watch down here at the bottom of the screen here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Actually, I don't think you will, but there is a little infinity line looking thing down there. This is a 1/3, this is a 1/4. I'm going to set this one right now to the infinity line, and then I'm going to split this one over here. Real simple right there. Bam. I'm done. So now once I save this, if I go ahead up here on the right, click on use regions. Now, as soon as I drop any of my charts, I start moving them around, I can now pop those into those regions very, very quickly, and they'll automatically set up for me. Super handy to have Max 2, and you can divide up your screens any way you want. I'm going to open up one more time, and I'll show you guys some of my alternative layouts on that, and then we'll do one more complicated. So I'm going to go ahead and change regions one more time. Wait for it to load up here. I got a bunch of screens, so it takes a moment. And I'll show you guys some of my other presets. Okay, so on a screen setup where you're going to be doing a whole lot of charts on a 4K screen, for instance, I'm actually going to be wanting to do multiple regions of this. So here, up here, I'm just going to go ahead and hit this one, slide it over to the left. I'm going to see that little infinity sign. Now I know you can see that infinity sign right there. So I kind of like using that one right there for the Mac V. Boom, and then I'm going to set that right there. So that's going to be up in my top right. This can be my ES. Bottom left, I want NQ. Bottom right, I want RTY. So I'm going to go ahead and split one more time. Slide this over. Look how easy that is. Love this app. Very, very cool app. Hate the name. I think it's a little bit silly. I think they could have done a little better on their marketing with that. Split this side over here. Split this top side to the left. Move it over to the infinity sign. Split this one like this. Bam, got that one. And now one more setup. I'm going to push this right over here to the left, this one to the right. Now, you can set this up. This is exactly how you would want to do on your 4K screen. Now, mind you, these numbers are going to be wrong, right? That's not accurate. It's not going to be 500. Yours is going to be much larger than that. This entire section, remember, on a 4K screen, each one of these quadrants is a 1080p screen. This is equivalent, if you got the 55-inch TV that I recommend to you guys, each one of these is going to be equivalent to a 27-inch monitor on each one, which should be, to the human eye, visible very, very easily for what we are trying to set up here. The way that I recommend it, okay? So there you go. There's your 4K layout. See that? I just set that up in just a couple minutes. Now, what you'll be able to do is just drag any chart into this section by holding Shift. So if you grab any chart, hold Shift, and drag it into this region, boom, let go, pow, it sets up right there. Put it to right there, put it right there. And then, of course, there is also another short key. If you want to hold the Windows, pay special attention to this, Windows key plus Alt, okay? And then you can hit the arrows, okay? the directional, okay? So you'll have up, down, left, right, okay? So you have to hold these in combination, okay? So that plus that, hold on to them, and then hit the up arrow, and you can tap. You're gonna tap each one of these, okay? So if you tap to the left, it will then tap it to one to the left. If I wanted, like, let's say that I'm looking at this chart and I'm holding it, right? I click on it and I select it, and then I hit Windows Alt down, okay? Then the chart that's right here will go poof right here, and we'll fill in this section, okay? Well, if I wanted it down farther, I tap it one more time, poof, now it will go down to this section, okay? Play around with that. You'll have a good time with it. I think it's awesome. So Windows Alt is the hotkey for that. If you are just wanting to manually move them, remind yourself that it's going to be the Shift key, at least by the, yeah, mistype. All right, there we go. So hold the Shift key while you are dragging, and that will allow you to shift. Now again, this is by the default. You can set those hotkeys to anything you want, but super handy for getting those laid out. Okay. Now, if you want to download one of mine, I'm gonna cancel these changes because I've already got mine all set up the way that I want it. Again, for my screen setup, I can do each one for a different window. So if you've got multiple monitors, you can do this. You know, lots of ways to divide that cat up, but I do recommend start out with Max 2, set out all of your regions the way that you want to lay them out. If you want to see mine for my small account challenge where I went against Ross Cameron, I really kind of laid that out so that anybody could do an easy 3 chart layout plus your 2 tide and waves on another screen. We've got that all laid out. Now, on the major setup that I want to show you guys here where you can go and download it, this is, again, one of my recommended layouts, which is going to be this right here. Let me get this nice and big for everybody. So this is the, in my opinion, kind of the best standard layout for anybody. If you're really wanting to go out and spend a little bit of money, go ahead and do this whole layout right here. You'll notice on the right, on this vertical, so this is a vertical 27 on the right, that MACV right there, it should say the MACV Ultimate, okay? All of this comes out of Discord, okay? All Discord charts. This is not gonna be included in the download layout just because, you know, what's the point? I'm gonna be sending you the download for the AlgoBox layout, and that's for your NinjaTrader charts, all the chart layouts, all the charts will be here. So what you're gonna get is YM up here at the top left, ES at the top right, NQ and RTY. In that 4 quad setup that I just showed you with the Max 2, I still recommend that you set up all the Max 2 regions, although you don't have to. If you are downloading the template that I'm about to send to you, then you don't need Max 2 at all. However, I do recommend going ahead and getting it, because in the future, if you're trying to rearrange your charts and things, it makes things so easy. Trust me, Max 2 is very addictive once you get into it. So there's that chart layout there. So each one of these, imagine this kind of coming out of the NQ space, right? This is this whole layout right here. Make sense? So these 3 charts are going to go on the bottom left. So tide and wave. So down here is going to be NQ. Right here is going to be RTY. Right here is YM. And right here is the ES. Okay, you guys got all that? A little bit tricky, but just go download it and you'll check that out. On the left-hand side, if you were setting up a vertical monitor, this is with a 27. This is going to be a 1080p. For the one that we're sending to you. If yours is a 2K, I do recommend that. If you're asking which ones I recommend, I would do a 2K screen instead, which is going to be the 2560 by 1440. But again, if either one of them is going to work, however, it is going to be better if you've got more pixels, just for clarity's sake, and give you a little more room for yourself. Also, if you want these to work and set up edge to edge, you'll actually want a 32-inch to match with a 55. But again, we're showing bare minimums, then 27 is there. We've got lots of recommendations around the hardware area. Let me go and straight into the layout right here. So what you're gonna get with the layout is gonna be this and this to eliminate any confusion, okay? You're gonna get this left-hand chart, 2 screens set up. Again, this one is separate, okay? Here we go. Over here in the main chat, I just put this into the main public chat right here, okay? And the file is actually right here, okay? So there's a download. Click that little download button right there, and it's going to get an XML file. Now that XML file needs to go in a special location. This must go in your workspaces folder for NinjaTrader. Now, if you don't know where the workspaces folder is, that's okay. You are going to go to your documents folder, NinjaTrader 8. folder, workspaces. Okay, you guys know how this goes, right? There's backslash on each one. So documents, NinjaTrader 8, workspaces, drop this file right in there, and then when you go into NinjaTrader in your control panel, you'll be able to select that workspace and it will lay it all out there for you. Okay, if you have any questions around that, head on over here into the community workspaces section. Right here, community workspaces, a lot of other folks have shared theirs as well. So if you like somebody else's in the room, like, hey, Charlie, I like your layout. Can you upload that to you? Again, they are not obligated to. Make sure that you keep all of your conversations out in public, please. Do not send direct messages. Nothing good happens in private. So make sure you keep it out there in public. You guys ask for the transparency from me. I, in turn, ask for the transparency from you. Make sure you put all your conversations out there in public. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Hopefully that's helpful. Happy Sunday. I will catch you guys on Monday. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and the rest of the gang, I am sitting out the big H-Town. See ya. Tell him see ya, Mikey.
See ya.
Attaboy.
Did
You see the picture of Yoda? Yeah, you like the picture of Yoda?